Oh, you guys are so funny. Well, they say that beauty is skin deep, but what does that say about us if our skin is not looking in the best shape that it can be? So until we find that elusive fountain of youth, all of us are going to have to do our best to make sure that we keep our skin healthy and looking its best. Now, this morning, we are incredibly honored to have Dr. Stefan Duvet here, world-renowned dermatologist, in studio to give us those tips, those pearls of wisdom on how to look after our skin in the best way possible. Good morning, Dr. Stefan. So good to have you here.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
It really is an honor. Now, I know a lot of people have really started focusing on living healthier lives and looking after their skin. What have been some of the advances in skincare over the last 2 years?
I'm just coming back from the International Masterclass of Aging Skin that took part in Shanghai. And the latest news are to add so-called proteins into anti-aging products. Wow. These are so-called stem cell extracts made of tomatoes, made of bamboo, for example, or so-called growth factors, proteins that should stimulate our skin to produce, again, collagen fibers, for example, and to tighten the skin.
Now, I know for women, this is something that is so important, keeping the skin looking as youthful as possible for as long as possible. What are some of the things that women can do to make sure that that happens?
Even if it sounds very old or annoying, the most important thing is the sun. Yes. The sun is and will stay the skin killer #1. So avoid the sun, don't get sunburned, use sun protection, and don't start in the 50s. Start earlier to be safe.
Yeah, that's a very, very important one. Start as early as possible.
Cofactors like nicotine, like a lack of sleeping. It's also very important to be happy, to be self-confident, to be positive. I can inject syringes of Botox and hyaluronic acid, but the outcome will not be good if the person is not happy.
Yeah. Now, something that I was talking about the other day is we think that when it comes to acne-prone skin, you only have it when you're young, but a lot of times it affects you when you're older as well. What are some of your recommendations for that?
Unfortunately, it's true. There is a chronic genetic acne form that people can have acne until they are 30, 40, 50 years old. So in these cases, you should consult a doctor to see what is the reason. It can be genetic, it can be a hormonal disorder, for example, with the thyroid. It can be a side effect of any kind of medication like cortisone, anabolics. And what only few people know, if you take too much vitamin B, for example, it can result in a vitamin B acne.
Now, I know that I wear makeup every single day, and I know the kind of damage it can do to your skin, and especially if your skin can suffer because of certain products. What are your recommendations for women? We all wear makeup every day. We're very reliant on it to kind of reverse or make sure that we don't damage our skin because of it.
It's very important to use the right products and not to mix too many products from the same range or from different ranges. There are some makeup diseases that we dermatologists call flight attendant disease. Yeah. That means you get a form of acne because you use too much and too often the wrong makeup. Yeah. So clean your face at least in the morning, at night, and use the right products.
Very good tip. Thank you so much. Clean your face, and of course, stay out of the sun as well, and start as early as possible. I think that that's the 3 things that came out of my talk with you today, is you have to start taking care of your skin as early as possible.
Exactly.
Dr. Stefan, thank you so much for being with us here on Expresso. You are an absolute legend, and it's so wonderful to have you on our show.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Well, I hope that helped you as much as it helped me. Start as early as possible. Stay out of the sun, and of course, make sure that you use the right products that feed your skin and don't take away from it. It is time to go to someone else who's always giving us some great tips on how to look after ourselves in a natural way. It's our Eco Diva.